My prison experience changed my whole Afrocentric. I came out of prison. I was very disappointed in men. And when I came out of prison, I said to myself, I'm only messing with women from now on. And then they showed me like they ain't shit neither. So now I'm just disappointed in humanity. And that's how the blood shit even got popular on the island. You know not to run up on SA over there because he's fucking Mexican mafia and every Spanish nigga in this place will jump on your ass if you do.
Yeah. I want to call this one Black Boys Anthem.
By any means necessary.
This goes out to all God's sons.
We're shedding blood now.
You
We're
know,
being killed.
That's for us. Niggas like me. Y'all niggas be tearing down, crucifying, slandering, and killing. Yeah, all that shit.
We're back. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, welcome to the Father, the Son, Trolley Ghost. I'm your host, Heru.
It's Reek. You know me.
And we are here. And today's subject is the lethal nature of fake love. Now, that fake love, right? That shit is extremely dangerous right now. And I don't think some of y'all know. A lot of y'all know. Some of y'all have a clue. Some of y'all are in the midst of being manipulated right now, and you know it's rampant right now. And the reason why it's so dangerous and is doing a lot of damage to people as far as just their morale in life. You know what I'm saying? Having all of these people around that are fake loving them, and then they're constantly being betrayed and yada yada yada, like that be wearing niggas down, yo. Bitches too, like it wears us down as humans. And now the reason, it's not even in my opinion, I'd like to say that, but I don't really deal in opinions like that. But in my analysis, let me say that the reason that this shit is so rampant and doing so much damage to people right now is because y'all niggas is fake. Like, we have this culture that believes in being fake. Like people listen to me talk, and despite all the principles and actually just old school goodness that I'm really saying, right?
Right.
They gonna hear me and think I'm bad guy and evil and terrible and rude, when really, no, I'm just not gonna say the shit you want to hear to soothe your feelings and that beast inside of you that you have that you don't have control over. I'm not gonna say what you want to hear because I fear that thing inside of you, right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think, exactly how it is, exactly how I am. And your power is your presence. So is mine. You ain't got to sit here and fight with me, nigga. Be gone, poof, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? The same goes for me. Like, that's what I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Getting it into certain type of bullshit with people. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn, you know what am I fighting with this person for? They want me around. They in my shit. They in bothering me. Like, my power is my presence. I don't have to deal with you. And it's the same. So that fake love, like, yo, why are y'all niggas, what y'all are letting people with agendas that are harmful to you set your etiquette and tell you who and what is okay to talk about, who and what is not okay to talk about, while at the same time destroying the basic principles of etiquette that is valid and true. Like for instance, I noticed that people will give their worst self to the people closest to them. You go home and you'll be your worst self with your kids, with your girl, all of this shit. But then go out into the world, right? And all of a sudden you got manners and etiquette and you giving your best self. And then you wonder why your fucking house is broken.
Yeah, man. I think I've lived in that. You know what I'm saying? My upbringing was a bit of that. You know, people not having no control. You know, it's funny because that kind of goes in with like, at least in my black experience, that goes in with like how black people always act with around each other, around our familiarity. We act our worst self, and then when we get around a white man, we get to,
Straight on up. All of a sudden, you proper. You got a whole nother personality and voice to deal with massa, right? And that shit is normalized right now. Like the niggas got in the comments, right? When I was talking about black man selling his business, being a sellout, yada yada yada. And, came with this whole basically I'm a clown for acknowledging race and the fact that it has a very real impact on it. And it be shit like that. It be niggas like y'all that really, I be wondering, do y'all niggas ever realize that there's a whole bunch of people that are related to you in your bloodline, right? Ancestors, they're called, right? So they have a DNA link with you. And y'all niggas don't even totally understand DNA, soul, all of that shit, right? You have there are people in your bloodline that suffered horrible fucking fates and sacrificed in ways that you could never even start to imagine, right? Keeping it funky, right?
Funky fresh.
And they did that for you, right? And the people that did those horrible things that are not forgotten in the universe, right? The people that did those horrible things to those people in your bloodline way back then are those same people that you sitting here acting like this shit didn't happen. And they want you and they're encouraging you, right? So I'm just wondering, do niggas like you does it ever cross your mind that you die too? And you gotta go, and it's very possible that you're gonna end up in the same place that they at, wherever they at, and you're gonna have to face those souls. And maybe they might even get to have their way with you. I don't know. I don't know how none of this shit goes, right? But these things occur to me. I don't know. I understand your way of thinking. Oh my God, get over it already. It happened. But who do you sound like when you say those things?
To me, you sound like the perpetrator.
You don't sound like an ancestor when you say those things. I'll tell you that much.
You don't sound like the one that it was happening
Right. Like it's easy for the shooter to be like, "Hey, get over it, nigga."
Yeah.
Nigga that got shot. It ain't that easy for him to get over that shit, right? So, I don't know. Maybe I am a clown for acknowledging race and the fact that the people who constantly, that I've experienced, I don't know what experience you niggas live in, but I know the people that constantly, in my experience, are always trying to maneuver me into a cage, right? In some way, shape, or form. I know who they are and I know what they look like, and maybe that makes me a clown. Y'all decide.
No, facts, man. It's funny because that fake love, like you said, is very dangerous, and it comes in a lot of different forms. And a lot of us may be sleeping with people who give us fake love. You know what I'm saying? And that they always asking what's the mental health. Why the mental health is so high and shit. And, like you said, I believe that fake love has a lot to do with it. Like it weighing on people over time, and then hurt people.
Nigga, and this is why I really, I speak like I do. Like, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I don't really say a whole lot of anti-white things up here. I criticize black people, right? Because I don't really have, even though I am passionate about the cause of my ancestors, I'm actually cold. Like, I don't have hatred, really, toward them because they're doing what they're supposed to do. Winning. Now, there are things that they're doing that they're not supposed to do, but that's kind of, it's not all the way between them and God, because some of that shit that they doing, no, not even some. Like, that shit, a lot of that shit that they doing impacts all of humanity, which is when motherfuckers really are supposed to stand up, but you niggas ain't stood up in hundreds and hundreds of fucking years, so I guess I can't expect that now, even when the world is on the line.
Yeah, no.
But outside of like this whole thing with me and the race thing, this is not hate. This is common fucking sense, actually, that I'm just saying these things here. I don't actually have a problem with that. The problem I have is with you niggas, and because a lot of this fake love, right, is fakeness, because you deal in fakeness constantly, because you're constantly having to, play the game, because you won't just free yourself of these people or this system, because again, I'm not really racist, but I just look at things and I see the truth. It just like, for me, the way I look at white people, of course, not all white people are bad.
Of course.
Like, whatever bad is, whatever the fuck that means. All I know is that, like, a redneck and me have more in common, actually, than a lot of you niggas sometimes. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of you niggas get off in the weird zones and shit. But, like, just good old boy and me actually have a decent amount in common. As far as just being men, masculine, and just holding shit a certain way and having certain opinions within your people about what's, like, I wish you niggas was more racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and the hillbilly got plenty in common. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about, like, bad, good, white people being bad, it's not really even about that. It's about holding your space in the world and letting motherfuckers know you can't violate me without there being consequence. And it don't matter what you look like. I don't care if you's an alien. If you try to violate me, I'm going to react violently.
It's not going to be pleasant for you.
That's it. It's not none of that stupid ass ideology that people be believing in. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I would give a fuck about logical shit and common sense and things working the way that they supposed to work. So getting back to this fake love shit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all deal in fakeness so much because you worship everything but yourself.
So you worship
AKA
fakeness.
The Most High, not your ego, because a lot of y'all think, you got a lot of shit twisted about what self is, how to be divine, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of things twisted, but you know, you you're not in resonance with self, so you just fake all the time, all the time. Everything is fake. Bitch can't walk outside just look like herself. Nigga can't stop playing a role every day of his life. like it's a character. Like you can't fucking just say things that make sense if they irritate certain people's ears. Like, and then that all of that leads to you dealing with your children and your partners and your family members, a bunch of fuckery.
Because you got a code switch at the workplace when it's time to kick it with your partners and you subconsciously code switching on them. You know, or
Kind of. It's just like fakeness breeds more fakeness. You know what I'm saying? It's like a virus. And so it creeps, yeah, it creeps because, first of all, like we started, the etiquette thing, bringing your worst self home, right? That's a big problem for us. You know, and again, like your bandwidth, when you're being fake all day at work with people who are violating you in all of these little passive aggressive ways, right? Your bandwidth, your social, what we call the social battery or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It gets drained rapidly. Double, triple, 10 times as fast as if you was allowed to walk around because we live in a fucking society that was built by criminals committing criminal acts, and then they turn everything around and criminalize being real, because being real is not allowed, because being real would cause everybody to have to acknowledge all the crime, who the criminals, and all of that, right? So reality isn't allowed. It's like this vicious ass complex. And that shit, when you keep participating in this shit willingly, you bring all that nasty shit home. Like your shit is gone. You spiritually depleted and now you got to deal with your kids, your partner, the things that actually really matter in life. And you ain't trying to be your best self. No, you ain't got nothing left. You ain't got no etiquette. You ain't got no effort left to try to be nice to these people. But these are the people that really fucking matter. And so now it's turned to fake love. See how that works? How many of y'all get home from work and you got to sit in your car for a fucking hour? I know mad people who told me in person as well as on the internet. Like, you got to get home from that draining ass job. And before you can go in your house and deal with the people you love, you got to fucking decompress. You don't have the bandwidth. You can't. You will go in there and spaz on your fucking kids because you're that tense from work. And that shit didn't go away in that hour. I mean, jump in the comments and tell me if somebody feel me or understand what I'm saying. Like, that shit is real. Y'all might not be thinking about these things, but think about it.
No, facts. That shit is definitely real, man. It's a major issue, especially for the children, you know what I'm saying, which is I'm assuming we was about to get to, because, you know, we need our children to get the best version of ourselves so that they can, you know, it doesn't affect their worldview. You know what I'm saying? When your kids getting the worst of you, you know, then the world can creep in and suggest things. You know what I'm saying? And now your children, you know, that's what basically happened to me and all of us that I know. You know what I'm saying? Our parents wasn't our best selves, and because of that and us seeing their faults, we look towards other sources that we view may be better. And, you know, that That's,
Yeah,
they suggesting whatever they want to suggest at that point. You open because you a kid looking for guidance somewhere else.
right. Yeah, you know what? That's another aspect. I'm glad. See, and these are the first person. Like a lot of y'all be trying to, y'all don't remember a lot of things when you was a kid, but how you were thinking, and then how that shit developed. That's important. But yeah, what you saying right there, again, you people, you remember in another episode I said everything is a give and take, even if you in a superior position. You raising a child and you constantly showing them your worst self. And then you wonder why you got a rebellious child. Like they see that you're a piece of shit. Nobody knows you better than your child, cuz what you don't even not like women think that they can only show their kid what they want the kid to see, right? And it's true. Like your father knows your mother better than you do when you're a kid in a lot of ways. But as a child, this is what y'all overlook. A child's whole world is you. So that motherfucker is watching you even when you not watching you, bruh. Sis. And so that motherfucker is computing and calculating and shit. Especially if their brain hasn't been poisoned or destroyed by the vaccines and all the bullshit in the environment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they're a strong kid and they got a strong mind, these motherfuckers is breaking you down and analyzing you every fucking day. They're not judging you yet.
Yeah, not yet. They think this is the best they got right now.
But when they get an ego, which happens around teenage years, right? And this is why y'all always goes off the rails right about then, because your parental credit, right? You got an amount of credit with this kid. You don't know that because you're a fool. But I'm
100K.
telling you,
Got 100K of credit.
and depending on how you use that shit, this motherfucker gonna grow to respect you, or they gonna grow to disrespect you. That's what you gotta know. And it ain't just about shoving food in their mouth and giving them things. Cause they will disrespect you just to see them.
You can give all the 365 to the 25, and they'll disrespect you.
If they see that you are not a decent human, and they learned, and especially this, if they learned how to be an indecent human from you, what the fuck you think they about to unleash on your ass when they become an adult with an ego and an attitude matching yours?
Probably rivaling more. It's your
Right.
spitting image.
So, y'all gotta understand. I prefer hate to fake love, and that's why I was saying all of that about like my attitude toward white people. Like, I'm not bothered by encountering a white man who hates me. Like, that shit should be normal shit for you niggas. Like, when are you gonna wake up and just get it? Like, yo, this is not a certainty, but a strong probability that this is how they've been known to operate for thousands of years. And they've been quite successful at it. So why would I not continue? Like, just take your feelings out of it for a second and use your fucking brain. I prefer hate though than a bunch of people around me telling me that they love me all around me and expect it. And here's the funny shit. This is why this shit drains you and kills. It kills men. It drives women insane. But these motherfuckers is all around you. Your family, that you love so much and raised you and all. They all around you, right? Fake, like talking about they love you and this and that and the third, right? But you over here struggling, right? and for some reason nobody's helping you. But all of these people around you telling you they love you, right? They expect you to react to this wordplay, like "I love you," "We love you." Like, come on, get out of love. And they expect shit from you.
Just because they use it.
And there's this subtle but intense pressure on you, you know, to react and appropriately to somebody saying they love you. Like women pull this shit on men all the time. Hate to get back on y'all, but y'all got to see that this is what you do. Just because you love somebody does not mean that they owe it to you to love you. And a nigga is actually doing you a favor, right? By just treating you according to how he really feels about you and not fake loving you. Because what y'all try to do to us is you say, oh, you're a terrible man because I did this and I did that. I loved you so much. I don't owe it to you to love you back. Like you might have to earn that from me. And if I make that clear to you, then you know you have a grown woman decision to make. But I don't owe it to you. Just because somebody likes you, you're not owed liking back. Like they still have their own mind and they can make their own decision of. And you have to respect that, as tough as that is emotionally.
I feel like guys understand that. I mean, you know, usually
you damn right we understand.
Usually your first rejection teaches you that strongly. You like that bitch hard, you know. You think you might get her to like you back or whatever, and she don't fuck with you. She don't know nothing
every
about
nigga
you.
got to deal with. Every nigga has niggas experience that till they die.
Till they die. Some niggas can't never stop experiencing it. Damn.
No, I'm just saying, like, and the reason it's like that is because men just like women. Like, you see, like, nigga, you 90, you see a nice little young chick, you like, man, I wish I could, but you know this bitch don't want you. Like,
come on now.
Like, this is just something that men live with, right? And so, but women sometimes, because, especially pretty women, because they don't hear no a lot enough in their life, especially if you didn't have a father. Like, a pretty girl needs a father more than anybody else. And not even just all sexual shit. Being pretty makes you a very nasty person if you don't have somebody in your life to keep you grounded, because so many niggas are fools for beauty. And if you never encounter a nigga that's not a fool for beauty, you gonna think every nigga's a fool for beauty. And that's gonna make you a horrible woman. That's just the mechanics of it. And that's what most of y'all are right now, quite frankly. Because the shit that you be saying, I be like, bitch, like, are you sane? Do you understand that this is a real place where people live and die? Because you can't live in the same place that I've lived in. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you look like. I'm never going to kill myself for you. Not kill myself. See, women don't understand that men protect women because men are narcissists, as they like to say. That's actually what protects you, stupid. I'm not fighting this man for you. I'm fighting this man because he violated my motherfucking territory, bitch.
There we go.
And if you keep yourself firmly in my territory, you'll be protected, because I'm a goddamn narcissist. You motherfucking right.
Right, yeah, that's my shit. You my shit. That's all my shit.
This is my shit. That's my kid. This my that. That's my this, and this my that. And if any nigga try to
touch my shit, then we gonna have a fucking problem. Yeah, no.
That's what protects you.
Yeah, it is what protects. The moment I feel like that's not my shit. That's not my.
I'm
off.
kicking you out of my shit. Like, what? You not my? I don't take no responsibility for a bitch that's just bopping around from dick to dick, nigga to nigga, did that. You your own person. I respect you, and again, you could feel how you want to about how I say things, but honestly, I respect you. But you will not violate me ever, and not face consequence if I'm still alive.
And another outlook I wanted to have people look at is if I don't feel like if I don't feel strong enough in myself that that's my stuff, how well am I going to protect it? You get what I'm saying?
I don't have
Like
really the same motive, the same like
the same fire to if it's
right. It's
not if I
like,
don't feel like it's mine's.
goddamn, you was fucking another nigga yesterday. Let that nigga fight. Well, why I got to go and fight over this shit, bitch? What?
You know what I'm saying?
Like you don't think about that. Y'all don't think about that. Like the price of protection is actually high, ladies,
Very high.
because protection is life. Protection, provision, that's life. The price for that shit is high. It's so high that yes, shit ain't equal between us. I can go out and do certain things that you cannot because I can, first of all, protect myself. And then secondly, yeah, I'm protecting you. So, bitch, if you worried about where my dick is, you need to be, I don't know. I don't know what you need to do. You need to be somewhere else because you don't fucking, you trying to, like, you don't do, you you don't do enough for me, honestly. Like, and I know that sounds crazy, but it's not when you think about the fact that what you expect me to, in other words, protection is expensive. If you expect me to die for you, bitch, you have to live for me. That's another way of really getting the point across.
Yeah, that might
How,
flow through.
oh,
Oh, go
one more
ahead.
thing. And that's the balance the Most High set. I didn't set that balance. The Most High set that balance.
Right.
So you have to respect it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that's that's the thing that might go in between some people's ears. That little quote you said about living for me, because
You
these
got to.
bitches they want to live for themselves right now, and that's fine. But stop trying to subject men to monogamy if that's the case. I don't want to get stuck on this part. I wanted to kind of move into like how dangerous self love can be in relationships, right? Long term relationships, marriage, and maybe some examples of what that looks like for some of the
So you
people.
said self-love, right?
A fake love, fake
No,
love.
it's
Yeah,
funny because it's almost wild that you said that because that's kind of the problem. Like self-love is great, like self-esteem. But egotism, like a lot of these women is stepping into relationships intent on loving yourself. What are you? Why are you drawing a man into a relationship with you so you can love yourself? Bitch, go love yourself by yourself.
yep, yep. That's that other shit you was talking about. We talked about it one time. That
Cause
queen shit.
yeah, cause
But
self-love in a relationship equals fake love, right? And this is the shit that we really talking about.
yep. You know what I'm saying? I know just in my experience, some of the examples, or one example of fake love, be like, you get into it with your counterpart. This is mainly from a male's perspective. I don't know if females go through this because I don't know any nigga to do this, but like, they be saying shit that like they be saying shit like how can I explain it? They'll just say shit like in a soft, lovely, sarcastic tone, but
It's a
um,
shot. It's a
yeah,
shot.
there we
Yeah,
go.
them little shots that motherfucker shorties be taking sometimes. But all of that shit. it wears down a relationship, right? And you wear each other down doing that shit. And then I really wanted to kind of focus two more, not even more, but on the romantic relationship aspect, but the familial aspect. Okay, because that's where it hits home and hardest. Because y'all do a lot of intentional, basically, using sex as a weapons warfare intentionally in your relationship. So it don't hit as hard there. But when y'all be hurting your kids and shit, and your mamas and aunties and all of that family fighting that y'all be having going on in the family, it's that same shit. It's that same shit that y'all be, cause y'all practice being, because relationships are so central to life, right? Romance, like men woman relationships are so central to life. All of that bullshit that you train yourself to do in relationships, that bleeds into your whole life and the way you deal with everybody. So if you was a money hungry, nasty bitch to niggas, eventually that shit bleeds into everything that you kind of do with people, cause that's what you about. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you, cause and here's why that shit is true, even if you think it's not, because you get to choose your relationships, your romantic relationships, and your friendships.
Yep.
You don't get to choose your family relationships. You know what I'm saying? So if you train yourself to deal with relationships in general like that, it's gonna hit your family.
Yeah, I think I was trying to think of an example. So like, how can someone who's all about money, how does that hurt their family? I would say it becomes more of like, instead of it being every relationship is money based, every relationship is transactional based, right? It gets to
Exactly.
that point. So like, you'll find yourself not wanting to be at the aid for your family as long as you don't see any benefit to yourself. If there's no benefit to you, you're not gonna be there for them. You're not somebody nobody could call on. You're not somebody nobody can
Nah,
reach to. And this is all
because
in. Go ahead.
no, you're right. Cause the whole attitude is, what have you done for me lately? What good are you if you're not doing something for me? That becomes your whole attitude toward humankind. And you know, I've been in that place too, where I know the place well, cause there's two sides to the street. Like your family be all around talking this love shit, and they don't never help you with
Platitudes.
nothing.
Yeah, a
So
bunch of
that should be
platitudes.
bullshit too. But y'all gotta understand, it's like on all sides, and everybody's responsible for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is why shit is not working, because just like I said, like just being a good person. Like you get out of life what you put out. So if everybody's putting shit out, everybody's getting shitted on. And so y'all
Nobody's.
just as a whole, you just got to like, yo, a lot of the shit y'all on is bullshit and you need to cut it out.
Nobody's following the golden rule for sure.
That ass, it's really that simple. Why are you doing things to people that you wouldn't want people to do to you? Because somebody did it to you?
Because it was
Okay.
done to
Are
you,
you
right?
are you trying to make the world better or are you trying to make it worse? Because every one of us has that responsibility. Every fucking single one of us.
But I think we know
And
the answer to that question, though, right? I think because we talked about this. Nobody wants to make the world better, truly, right? Everybody wants to be mega. Everybody's a megalomaniac. Everybody wants to run. You know what I'm
everybody
saying?
wants to rule the world.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, while in the midst of you trying to run the world, the least you could do with the people that you're gonna run the world with is stop showing them some fake love, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. At the end of it, because boom, that is a great way to put it. That's a great way to put it. That was a
yeah,
great way to put it.
cause nigga, right now we ain't gonna stop niggas from trying to run the world, but at
I
least,
mean, in a way, that's kind of what the game is about. Like, I ain't like power, right?
yeah,
And once you understand like spirituality and certain shit a certain way, some of this shit that I say right now, might sound like I'm a savage or it's crazy, but life, a lot of life power is very, very important in life, and not because you an egomaniac, but let me get back to what you said. Basically, that makes it make sense, which is if you're gonna try to run the world, the people that you need to run it with, at very least, be loyal to each other. Now, the reason I'm gonna say that is because I'm not very sure anymore that the whole melting pot shit wasn't a trick. Okay, everybody, you can't love every fucking body,
oh,
but you can be good to you and yours. And
and
make
that,
sure you and yours are strong enough to stand up against anybody else out here who might violate you or try to violate you. And that's really all you can do in this life. Like all of this peace in the Middle East, no war no more, peace on earth shit. Like,
give him another one.
I'm not going to say it's not true, but I'm pretty sure that when everybody has their appropriate amount of power and is in their appropriate place, and everybody knows who to violate and who, I've seen this already. That's how peace comes to a chaotic environment. This is why I know this so well, because I've seen it in jail. I've seen how violence and peace and how these things, just the yin and the yang of it all. And yo, you have got to let people be real with each other. All right? For a minute
No
before you can
politically
have
correctness.
peace.
Yeah. If you basically if you keep if you have the world trying to stifle, what niggas really want to say, you just end up having a powder keg of niggas walking around.
Repressed emotions and it's just bah, bah, shit just exploding here and there, and it's chaos. None of it makes sense. But when motherfuckers is sane, right? And then this goes back to the family. Like, your family is supposed to be your safe space. So really, we're supposed to be bringing our best selves inside of these homes, and maybe save a little bit of your worst self for outside of them doors. Okay? Cause fuck these people out here. You know what I'm saying? You have to be good to the people closest to you first before you can even start to get being truly righteous with people, strangers out. You got to start. If I can't treat you right, if I can't treat my daughter right, if I can't treat a woman that I'm sitting here laying up with and doing all of this with, if I can't at least be decent to this bitch, right? What are we doing? If she can't be decent to me, if you couldn't
If
find it in yourself to be decent to me because you had resented me not being there and shit, where could we go? How could we help each other? Like, y'all got to bring your best selves to the people closest to, because that's really the foundation of anything that you building after that. You know what I'm saying?
factuals, and I think one of the things I might like to add is like, I'm not gonna say what niggas need to do. I'm not giving no advice or anything, but if you have to sacrifice decency, the decency for yourself, the decency that you would give the closest people, you have to sacrifice that so that you can go to work, or so that you can continue to give yourself to this system, you might need to, work on that. You know what I'm saying? Figure out how you need to change that, because that I think like is actually one of the biggest points that you touched on, is that you go outside and you give your best self. And I don't know if you're doing that purposely, or if you're doing that because you got this system to please, or if you want to be a cog in the machine. I'm not sure what the reasoning is for any one of y'all out there, but
They ain't doing it purposely. They not thinking. And that's what's wrong with a lot of people. They are not thinking. They go see your emotions. The people closest to you tug your emotions the most.
hmm
So they tempt you out of your peace. Like they have the strongest pull to cause you to act out of character if they do certain things. But that's still not an excuse.
mm.
It's still not an excuse. You see, you are not your emotions. And your emotions often are not right. As I said before, they don't have logic. They make you want to hit things and say nasty things and hurt things and people when they are negative. But that doesn't mean that that is the correct way to handle whatever just happened, right?
Right.
I think we can all agree on that. Your emotions can make you say and do things that are not appropriate, not really the best solution, right?
Yeah.
That will get you the best outcome out of the particular situation that triggered them.
Right.
I think we can all agree with that. So again, that's not an excuse to not think and to speak and act without thinking about the impact of the words or the actions. You understand what I'm saying? It's just not. Especially when you're dealing with your children, especially when you're dealing with your partner. Just like your child being angry is not an excuse for your child to not deal with you in the best way to get the best outcome that they're looking for out of you, right?
Yep.
It's not rocket science, So
Same logic applies. Facts.
real love is logical. Y'all don't know. Some of y'all have to learn how to love people.
Right. Some of y'all have like an obsession disorder, and you believe that that's love, or you have like a romance disorder.
Yeah, you
Like
deal with
that's
lust,
love.
you deal with a lot of desire, you deal with a lot of emotions, and none of that is necessarily bad. And desire is great when properly channeled in a relationship, okay? But properly channeled, what does that look like? You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta figure that out. You know what I mean? You cannot control people. Love doesn't come with control.
It's the
Love
actual
doesn't.
opposite.
It
Total opposite.
doesn't. You don't get to control somebody because you love them. Okay, not even your child. You don't. You are responsible for them for a certain amount of time, and yes, in order to properly structure their beginning,
hmm
they are responsible for respecting and doing what you say. But once once a certain amount of work is done there,
It's just autopilot.
you really it's merit based from there. Like you have to be an actual person at that point worth listening to and following, right? Once your child attains adulthood. So that a lot of y'all with that mama, oh, I always respect the no, they're not. That's not a real thing if they're not worthy of that respect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a courtesy at that point. You know what I'm saying? And it's not one that a child really has to maintain, especially if you are a piece of shit as a person. And a lot of y'all just are, and deep down you know it, but you do that thing, that lying thing, lying to yourself. You have this thing called false pride or false ego, right? And that shit is very dangerous, and that is very much a very strong factor in fake love. Very strong, because you're the type of person whose ego is prickly and pride. You got, it's a dangerous type of pride. It's not like a good self-esteem, like a wholesome self-esteem that's accountable and responsible. No, you have pride without self-discipline and without accountability. So it's a type of pride that, like, I have pride. So that means that I don't do things that I would be ashamed of. And the things that I do are things that I would be proud of, right? Things that I actually do.
Right.
Right. Things that, right. Or that I work toward trying to be proud of. Maybe they don't work out, whatever. Maybe something goes wrong. Maybe something goes horribly wrong. But I don't intentionally go and do shit that I would be ashamed of. That's a good, wholesome pride or self esteem. Y'all go and do shit that you would be ashamed of, and then you want everybody to not see it, even if they saw it. And then, so that, you know what I mean? That shit causes so much problems. Because then, now you're lying to people, you're lying to yourself, and that's when insanity, and you just start to go into a very fucked up place because you can't take accountability for what and who you really are. And just look it in the face and the horror of it. And then, decide what to do. Either go ahead and just be that piece of shit because that's what you want to be, and be honest with the world about it, or goddamn fix yourself and do the fucking work that you need to do in order to measure up to your own level of your own self-esteem, your own pride. Like, you can't trick yourself, my nigga. And that's why you don't have peace in your heart. A lot of you women, you be dealing with that shit. You don't have no peace in your heart because you do a lot of shit that your feminine, that offends your own feminine pride. Every one of y'all know the price of fucking. And some of y'all still want to be like ladies, like people to look at you like you a certain type of way. And it's like, yo, but you're not. And that's just the reality. And you don't, if anybody suggests that reality, right? You act like somebody disrespected you. So, the world just gets faker and faker in a lot of ways because of that type of shit. It's like, yo, if you a hoe, just be that, and it's okay. And if somebody say that, you can't just be all mad because that's whatever sexual activity or whatever, however you conduct yourself, whatever it might be. Because sometimes it's not even just sex at this point. Like, it just be all kind of wild shit, right? And it's just people in general. Like, be who
Right.
pretend or want to be, my nigga.
Like one of the messages we had in the earlier thing was like, if that's what you do, then then own it and be that. But another message I think that my pops and I is also trying to get across is like, nigga, if you got expectations of yourself and you have some sort of world self-image in your head that you want to be, and you're currently not that, and you're depressed, and you're angry, and you got all of this inside work to do, then you gotta do it. Like, that's why you feel that way, because you feel that way because you got all this motivation that you never actuated on, So it became depression. Like that's what I believe Andrew Tate was saying one time. Unacted upon motivation just rots
Yeah.
into depression.
It rots you. Like you got all this energy and you don't want to do the things because you're lazy, but you bored. Like,
Lazy
nigga,
but you're bored. Nah, it didn't.
I'm like, nigga, come on, man. Like, get the fuck up and do what the fuck you know you don't want to do. Like, this is what I tell people. If you are bored as an adult, you're not living life right, nigga.
Yeah, cause you got a lot of work to motherfucking
There's
do.
always something that you're supposed to be doing right now if you're an adult. If you're an adult, there's always something. I know for myself. I be just sitting around sometimes, catch myself not doing nothing or some shit. I just got to start thinking. Because there's something that I've been putting off. There's always something, or something that I been wanting to try or do.
Yep.
And no, not. And then we ain't even just talking about things that require money and shit. Like, yo, nigga, you go do it. Wash, clean the bathtub. Wash, you know what I'm saying? There's shit that you probably have to do, like, as an adult. Like, it is just waiting on you.
Right.
So, what are you bored for? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, all of that anger and it's because you sitting around being a little scrawny nerd and you want to be strong. Go your ass to the gym. You know what I'm saying? You want a motherfucking, you old shy guy and you just beat off and you can't talk to girls. Then get your ass up and go talk to some, get dissed 1,000 times. Fuck it. Like, what you got to lose, man? Take that energy and do something with it. Do something that don't got nothing to do with what you're frustrated about and find an outlet for it. But get up and do what you want to fucking do. And that requires you actually getting in touch with yourself first. And that's the problem. A lot of y'all don't know what to do because you've always let something, someone, some system, some gang, and tell you what to do. You ain't never had an original thought in your life. And you know why you didn't? Well, first of all, because education has been sabotaging children's brains for generations now. But, you know, you have to take spirituality a little more seriously, y'all. Like, because life don't spring from dead matter. You know what I'm saying? It's only one source of what y'all, anything that you want to consider life. Like y'all, a lot of y'all are having these very empty materialistic experiences that you just keep telling yourself is the good life. But you niggas is miserable. I look at you. I see you on TV. You niggas is suffering. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not sitting here. I don't know. It really just depends on what you want out of life, to be honest, yo. Because some niggas just don't have the mind to appreciate higher things, right?
Right.
So do you, but you know, for those of you who do, for those of you who are having unsatisfactory experiences in life and you just can't get past it, figure out why, and even if you got shit, some of y'all got a lot, some of y'all don't have a lot. But right now, everybody's hurting, like as far as in the material realm a little bit. But you know, you gotta get in touch with yourself. You gotta get in touch with your true, authentic self and shut the noise out. The most practical thing I can tell you is shut everything the fuck off and out, but stay awake. Sit in a fucking dark room and just because a lot of y'all got demons you gotta face. That's why you can't silence. My nigga told me one day silence is the loudest sound in the world to him. He couldn't take it. Now, that shit, it took me a while, a couple years. This was when I was young, but I realized a lot of y'all, you running from yourself. You can't sit alone because that same nigga never in good shape. You know what I'm saying? You can't face yourself. If shit gets silent and there's no entertainment, and you get a lot of y'all women, you sleep with the TV on and all of that, you cannot face yourself. Because when it gets silent and when everything shuts off and when there's no ruckus and laughter or crying or drama going on, you have to listen to yourself tell you that you are not shit and you cannot take it. And it's not no disorder shit I'm talking about. It's because you're actually doing things that you don't approve of, that don't live up to your standard for yourself. And
Yep.
that's why that
It'll
shit be
be
bothering you.
it'll be as simple as you just having the thought of doing something that you know you're supposed to do.
Hmm.
Just so y'all know, it ain't always got to be like you having a other voice saying you not shit. You running from like responsibilities and inner work that you know. Like, you know you got to run the treadmill. You bought that treadmill.
You
You
know?
know it though.
It's yeah, it be stuff like that. It don't even gotta be deep dark crimes and all of
Yeah,
this
it
shit.
ain't. It ain't. Yeah.
It ain't gotta be none of that. Sometimes it's just, yo, you be wilding in the kitchen, eating too much, or doing this or doing that. You know what I'm saying? Or not keeping this clean and doing that. And you need to learn how to just, first of all, you need to learn how to calm your inner space, just generally. You know what I'm saying? But then also, yeah, you need to start doing the things that yourself tells you to do. Because we all got that voice in the back of our head telling us, yo, you know you was supposed to do this thing, or yo, you know you supposed to do that, or yo, you know you was wilding the other day, or
Hmm.
yo, you know you was talking to that child a little too crazy, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We all got that thing. You gotta sit there and you gotta reason with that, and you gotta make peace with that. Because if you don't, it's not gonna leave you alone.
Yep. Making peace, reasoning, taking accountability.
And yeah, and so a lot of
One
the
of those
time it's
three.
gonna tell you to take accountability for some shit you don't want to take accountability for. A lot of times it's gonna tell you to forgive somebody you don't want to forgive. Right?
Yep.
You gotta listen.
But like, the more you start listening to that, just so we can bring this all the way around, the more you start listening to that inner voice, that true voice of love, is the sooner you'll find yourself actually walking in true love. Because
Right.
that's not true love. Ain't always doing something for somebody or giving yourself out to a system or being this, oh, I care about you, so investing in the brokenness and shit like that. Like, that's not love. You know what I'm saying? True love would have been us as a community investing into all of the great ideas that never made it. You know what I'm saying? That's us truly walking in love, and that would be us dealing with ourselves appropriately. You know that bum not about to do nothing with that money. You know what I'm saying? You only giving it to him so you can feel better about yourself. These are the small problems that just trickle down into other behavioral patterns that my father was talking about. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, the acting, man, y'all gotta cut it out. Like it's okay to not care about nobody but who you care about, but make sure you caring about them properly. Sometimes that even means being able to let go and let them do what they're gonna do. Because the state of our relationship, just our interaction, is more important than me, this person doing or not doing
What
what the
I
fuck
keep telling
I'm
them. Yep.
telling them. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Depending on the situation, especially if what they're doing doesn't directly impact you. Like, there's just a lot of calculations and a cool mind that's needed, cool head that's needed to just truly love each other in a positive way that really builds each other up instead of this fake love that drains everybody and tears everybody down. And really, just when you really expose it, it's a nasty form of hate that kills because it drains you to the point, and then soon you hit rock bottom and you don't have nothing left. And if a motherfucker don't have a strong foundation, a lot of niggas crash out. I seen it, especially men.
Yep.
A lot of men die that way because they just don't have nothing left to give. And everybody took. They just took. They only took. And they took and they took in the name of love.
Thanks.
And so y'all have to be more careful with each other and really just be fair and really love each other right, yo. Y'all have to learn. If you don't know, you need to learn. If you are having terrible relationship after terrible relationship and all this shit and everybody's an enemy all the time, the problem is you. Rest assured. You know what I'm saying? The problem is you and them, but it's you.
But it's you.
And you have to do the deep work because it's hard to see yourself. The eye can't see itself. It needs a mirror. You can't see your own face.
Think about that. Don't let it go over your head.
If there's not a camera, that's why y'all are in love with cameras and shit. Because honestly, I don't even know if a woman were really ever supposed to see themselves that much unless they was going to the lake to bathe. Because vanity is a serious offense and it's a sin. And I'm going to do an episode about that. We're going to do one about beauty and focusing on why that shit is so offensive. But for now, we have reached time. I think the subject has been thoroughly covered. What do you think, son?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I think we touched a lot of different things. You know, y'all should have got the picture for sure.
Yes, indeed.
Like, very deadly.
That shit is extremely deadly. Let us work. It's hard, but let's work on improving the quality of what we are calling love. And what we are doing with each other when we are saying we love each other. Let's do that favor for everybody, each and every one of us, because shit is draining, and y'all know it is. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking. Every ear that's listening to this, unless you don't have no family or friend, like you in a mountaintop, every ear that's listening knows exactly what I'm talking about. So let's do that favor for each other.
Yes, sir. Gotta stop with the platitudes.
All right, let's keep it real. It's okay to be like, yo, fuck that. Because that's how I really feel. And let's work in reality and let's respect each other's, you know what I'm saying? Know what you loving somebody for. Like yo, this shit is, it's something that's really in life is too important to keep playing the games that a lot of us is playing with that. But, you know, hopefully y'all got it. But like, comment, subscribe. Is there anything that I need to put out there to the people right now? I don't think so.
Any announcements? No. You think we might need to cover this again? I don't know. Would you give us some more?
Well, you know, I just want. You know what? This is what I wanted to do. I got a lot of new subscribers, a whole lot of new subscribers lately. So I wanted to shout out all the new subscribers.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, appreciate that. And yeah, man. I think that was all I wanted to really touch on real quick, because I knew there was something in the back of my mind. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, engage. All y'all new folk.
Yeah, man.
Say something.
Give us some examples of fake love. You know what I'm saying? If you if you got anything you want to add to the conversation, any perspectives, anything you felt like we was wrong about, feel free to let us know.
Word up. And that'll do it. Father, Son, Trolley, Ghost, y'all.
Peace.
We out.